जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Wednesday. It is 15th of October. It is Kartika Masa, Damodara Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Dasimi Tithi. There are no events today, but tomorrow is Ekadasi, but not fasting tomorrow, but day after. So fasting is on Friday. So whenever there is a Dwadasi and Ekadasi, they fall come together, then we take the Dwadasi time to fast. So that day is on Friday. So tomorrow, even though it is Ekadasi, we don't fast. Okay? We fast on next day, Friday. Okay, so apart from that, no events, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Vidura is inquiring from Maitreya Rishi. So many questions. And then here he was mentioning, even though the living entities, they're always accompanied by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but still, living entities, they commit so many sinful activities. How could it be possible? How could the Lord will allow them to make some kind of sinful activities, and they will go through so much of sufferings? Why don't the Lord stop them? So likewise, Vitra's questions are very, very intelligent. This one also, we may be also thinking in the similar way. एतस्मिन् मे मनोविद्वन् भिद्यते. So there, भगवान् एक एव च सर्वक्षेत्रेषु अवस्थितः. अमुष्य दुर्भगत्वं वा क्लेशो वा कर्मभिः कुतः. How could any kind of durbhagatvam, misfortunate things would happen, klesha va, miseries would happen to the living entity, amushya for the living entities, amusha tamba, klesha va karma bihi kutaha. How come? When the Lord is all supreme, all powerful supreme personality of Godhead, he is always mentioning that there are two birds and God is always sitting and witnessing. Even the side next, he's sitting next to us. Why don't he stop us not committing mistakes? So likewise, Vitra's intelligent questions are putting in front of Maitreya Muni. So further, he is also mentioning what has happened when such kind of questions arises. His mind is bit perturbed. So he is asking Maitreya Muni to remove such kind of doubts and clarify, and so that clear all kinds of nonsense from his mind. Of course, it is not Vidura, he didn't know that knowledge, but he is a devotee. He also has got, like Arjuna was having little bit of bewildered in the battlefield by the energy of the Lord, so that Lord could speak. Likewise, here Maitreya Muni and Vidura's conversation is also like that. But question is very important. It is for all of us. So today he is saying that, so to remove all kinds of doubts from my mind, I'm bit perturbed in mind. So likewise, Vidra is inquiring, where in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 7, and verse number 7. एतस्मिन् मे मनो विद्वन् चिद्यते अज्ञानसङ्कटे तन्नः परानुद विभो कश्मलं मानसं महत्. Etasmin me mano vidvan. So in these things, whatever is happening, this is what living it is going through durbhagatumva kleshova karma bihikutaha. So in that matters, etasmin me mano vidvan, o brahmana, in my mind it is kidjate, it is troubling my mind. How can this kind of things would happen? Kidjate, ajnana sankate, ajnana is the nescience, sankata in the distress is going through such kind of, when the living entity is so compassionate and kind, So they will looking at other living entities going through suffering. They are disturbed generally because of compassion and kindness. Kijjate ajnana sankate tannaha paranada vibho. So tannaha. Therefore, naha is means my or to me. So likewise, tannaha paranada clear up vibho, O great one, O Maitreya Rishi. Tannaha paranada, you clear up all this kind of troubling from my mind. This is Kashmalam Manasam Mahant. Kashmalam is the illusion. Manasam, it is relating to the mind. Manasam Mahant. Even though sometimes people looking like very beautiful outside and doing and appearing very nice and smiling faces, nicely dressed, nicely make up, but in the mind so many things are going on. That is the most thing. This is how can that impurities can be cleared out when we have got outside troubles. It is very easy, either hunger or having the some small difficulties. We can make it, but whatever is going in the mind, it is not that much possible even for opposite person to understand. It is only one person only knows. So here, for that one, this is called Brahma Sampatya. This is the wealth of transcendental knowledge. When we have got that kind of wealth, we can clear up all kinds of such kind of doubts. It is not the material money we accumulate so that we counteract the outside things. That would never happen. The most subtle thing is the mind. That is where we need to accumulate the wealth. This is Vishoko Brahma Sampatya Dvaita Sanchin. Um, this is called Brahma Sampatti. Vishoko Brahma Sampatyam. One would clear up all kinds of lamentations. So here, Vidra is asking, Tanha Paranada Viho Kashmalam Manasam Mahan. This is the great distress for Vidra. So translation for the shloka. O great and learned one, my mind is greatly illusioned by the distress of this innocence, and I therefore request you to clear it up. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Such mental bewilderment as represented here by Vidura takes place for some living entities, but not for everyone. For if everyone were bewildered, there would be no possibility of a solution by higher personalities. There will, if everyone are bewildered or everyone are intelligent, so there would not be much discussions of it. See, if all of one category. So it is a mixed of all the some of them are bewildered, some of them are intelligent. So likewise, this is not for everyone. For if Prabhupada is mentioned, if everyone are bewildered, there is no possibility of a solution by higher personalities. They do not take. Okay, so likewise, this is a small purport. We shall move to the next shloka as well. So here, Sukadeva Goswami is just giving that explanations between Vidura and Maitreya Rishi. So he's saying, in such a way, Maitreya Muni was agitated by the questions of Vidura, and then he started speaking in responding to the Vidura's questions. Shri Sukho Saitam Choditaha Kshetra Tattva Jijnasuna Munihi Pratyaha Bhagavachchittaha Smayan Neva Gatasmayaha Saitam Choditaha Kshetra. So here Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning Sa is the Maitreya Muni Ittam in this way Choditaha being agitated by the questions. So this is required, otherwise the knowledge will remain as it is within his mind or within his intelligence. Whenever he is asked, then only that thing will come out. One must ask Choditaha. So this is kind of we need the inspiration. In the beginning also, Maitreya Muni was pleased by asking these questions. Even Brahma, when he was asked by Narada Muni, he was also pleased. You are so compassionate to me, O Narada Muni, by asking these questions so that I can revive knowledge about Supreme Personality of Godhead and share. So this is both ways useful for the hearer and also the speaker. Saitam Chodidha Chatra Tattva Jijnasuna Munihi Tattva Jijnasuna. So is by one who was anxious to inquire to know the truth. Tatvijnasana Munihi, the great sage. Pratyaha Bhagavachittaha, and he started Pratyaha, and he replied Bhagavachittaha, and the Maitreya Muni, he is God conscious. Bhagavachittaha, Smayan, and he is wondering, Arya with a gentle smile. Smayan, he is by wondering for these questions. Eva in as if. So here Eva as if, it is not really, but as if. Smayeniva gatasmayaha. And without hesitation, he replied to Vidura. Okay, likewise, Sukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit. He is narrating these pastimes of Maitreya and Vidura to Parikshit Maharaj. So, Saitam Chodidha Chatra Tattva Jnasana Munihi Pratyaha Bhagavachittaha Smayaniva Gatasmayaha. Translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, Maitreya being thus agitated by the inquisitive Vidura at first seemed astonished, but then he replied to him without hesitation, since he was fully God conscious. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji to read the purport, please? Gaurangi Mataji. If Mataji is not available, any other devotees, please?
I read Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Since the great sage Maitreya was filled with God consciousness, he had no reason to be astonished at such contradictions questions by Vidura. Therefore, although a devotee, he externally expressed surprise as if he did not know how to reply to those questions. He immediately became perfect, settled, and properly replied to Vidura. Yasmin Vijayati Saram. Sorry. Yasmin Vijayate Sarvam Ivam Vijayate Bhavati. Mankanda Upanishad 1.3. Anyone who is devotee of the Lord knows about the Lord to some extent, and devotional service to the Lord makes him able to know everything by the grace of the Lord. Although a devotee may apparently express himself to be ignorant, he is full of knowledge in every intricate matter. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so here in this purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about the Maitreya, the great sage. He was filled with the God consciousness. He has already taken Maitreya Rishi and Buddha. They have received the knowledge from Krishna directly before Krishna departs from this material world. So here, he had no reason to be astonished at such contradictory questions by Vidura. So what Vidura is asking the questions? How could this living entity go through Amusya Durbhagatum va Klesho va Karma Bihikutaha? Even that the Lord is with the living entities. Bhagavan Eka Evaisha Sarvakshetru Avastitaha. When the Lord in the presence of Lord, how can this living entities go through all miseries? So for this kind of questions, Maitreya Muni, there is no reason to be astonished at such contradictory questions by Vidura. So here, one of the statements, similarly, whenever Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was also a bit lamenting when the Dhritarashtra left his home to the forest, and then Narada Muni came to the Hastinapura, the palace, and looking at Yudhishthira, saying that, "Oh, Yudhishthira, why are you just crying here for your uncle or Dhritarashtra's sake? So, whatever you think, it is just only the Snehat, Mohajat. Snehad Anyatra Mohajat, he mentions, even in this material world, Yan Manise Dhruvam Lokam, Adhram Va Nach Ubhayam, Sarvata Nahi Sochaste Snehad Anyatra Mohajat. Even if you think that it is a permanent Dhruvam, Yan Manise Dhruvam Lokam, and if you think that the living entity is eternal, Yan Manise Dhruvam Lokam, Adhruvam Va Nach Ubhayam, or you, even if you think the material body is temporary, Sarvata nahi sochaste. In both circumstances, there is no need for any lamentation at all. But you are doing sneha danyatra mohajat. It is just because of attachment. And similarly, attachment to the family members and they lament. Of course, they are losing their family members, but at the end of time, everyone are going to die. At the end, everyone are going to die. It is just only for a few days or few months or few years. Everyone are swallowed by the kala karma gunadinu dehoyam panchabhutikah katamanyam sugopayat sarpagrasto yataparam. The time serpent will swallow everyone. There is no need to lament for such kind of things. But here, similarly, here Vidras, this mental disturbance by looking at the living in they are engaged in sinful activities. This is also kind of compassionate on those things. This is Sneha Danyatra Mohajat. So therefore, the devotee, he externally expressed surprise as if he did not know how to reply to those questions. He immediately became perfectly settled and properly replied to Vidra. In order to answer any kind of questions, here the speaker must be in proper Prasantamashinam Akunta Medasam Sukadeva Goswami. As soon as he entered that Saunika, that Parikshit Maharaj and all the other sages are sitting there. Once he seated in the Vyasasana, it is Prasantamashinam Akunta Medasam. He has perfectly having all the knowledge to reply to all questions of Parikshit Maharaj. So he immediately became perfectly settled and perfectly properly replied to Vidura. And here Prabhupada mentions, Yasmin Vijnate, Yasmin Vijnate, Sarvam Evam Vijnatam Bhavati, Yasmin Vijnate Sarvam Evam Vijnatam Bhavati. So that is anyone who is devotee of the Lord knows about the Lord to some extent. And devotional service to the Lord makes him able to know everything by the grace of the Lord. Sevor jihvado swayameva spuratyadaha. Okay, but here devotees they engage themselves, so they could understand to some extent. Although devotee may apparently express himself to be ignorant, he is full of knowledge in every intricate matter. So this is, although he may apparently express himself to be ignorant, he is full of knowledge in every intricate matter. So sometimes some matters are very difficult to understand, but here devotee, he can understand what is happening. So behind that there is a Lord. He knows what he is doing, how he needs to go through in his life. So he can assess those points. There are some checkpoints. Why in the law yesterday this would have happened? Why in my life that has happened? So whenever a devotee is engaged in devotional service, everything align up in a dots are connected properly. But during that time, before one dot connecting to the other, that is the time we need matra spashestu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkadaha agmapayino anityaha tamti chakshasva bharata. That is the point we need to tolerate little bit. And if we are not able to tolerate that between the connecting dots, that is things go wrong, and we will be disturbed more. Then it may connect to a different dot. Okay, so that's why tolerate a little bit as the things are going on, but engage in the devotional service. Everything will be aligned. At the end, we would say the complete picture of Krishna. All dots will be coming into Krishna. Okay, so here the Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning that Maitreya Muni started responding to Vidura's questions. Saitam Choditaha Kshetra Tattvajnasuna Munihi Pratyaha Bhagavachchittaha Smayanyeva Gatasmayaha. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, so we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Satsvarupa, November 28, 1970, Bombay. Okay, can I request another unallocated devotee to read this letter, please? Yeah, I shall read it.
Do you want me to read it, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, please, Prabhuji.
Sorry, Prabhu, if you want to go ahead, please go ahead, Prabhu.
No, Prabhuji.
I'm so sorry, Prabhu.
No. Kindly go ahead, Prabhuji.
My dear Satsvarupa, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 17th November 1970, and I have noted the contents carefully. You write to say that you have asked Karandhara to send some money received for the book fund to pay for paper. That is all right, provided that Karandhara can also continue making payments to Dai Nippon. The problem is that book money isn't being properly collected. Big books like Krishna and Inori Nectar of Devotion, 5,000 books printed at $4 equal to $20, $20,000, sorry. Krishna, 10,000 printed at $8 equal to $80,000. For a total of 100,000, 70,000 or 80,000 should have been collected. But Karandhara has only collected 24,000. So where is the rest of the money? This means that the money is not being collected properly. What can be done? Also, there were so many small booklets printed. Where is the collection for them also? If collections are not being made properly, then there will be a shortage of money. So, how to adjust things? Arrangements should be made so that book collection can be made properly. Also, how the books are collected, how accounts are kept, how books are distributed. Then there will be no scarcity of money. Even if you take 5,000 to 10,000, that's all right, so long as Karandhara can send to Dai Nippon at least 50,000. So, what will be the cost of printing and folding 5,000 NODs? If Karandhara can't pay, I will see how to get it from here. You can print you can print and fold there and send here for collating and binding. Bracket close. So far as minimizing the use of Sanskrit words in uh, PTG, that is very nice. There is no need for so much Sanskrit. Therefore, I object to the Brahma Samhita edition. I use Sanskrit, but the purport I give immediately. I just want to see that these books are be printed, whether it be on our own press or by the Nippon. That is my ambition. I have become slackened in my dictaphone work because the manuscripts already there are not being pushed ahead. So far as books like Krishna, NODTLC, I'm sure that they will be accepted everywhere, all over the world. So we should keep sufficient stock of them and Bhagavad Gita also. So you should arrange for reprinting and folding of 5,000 NODs and send them here as soon as possible. Also, please arrange for printing TLC. Pradum, Pradyumna has to create another assistant locally. It is not possible at the present time to send a man from here, at least for the present moment. So he has to work a little hard. He should have created by now another assistant. I think his wife can become the best assistant. Please offer my blessings to all the other devotees there. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Any points for bullet points, Prabhuji, from this?
Sure. I think Srila Prabhupada is concerned about the collection of the money, and he is concerned that the monies are not being collected properly. Because that is important, the collection, because that will also pay for the printing, either themselves or to Dai Nippon. So he has emphasized that point. And we know that he has the business background, so he's very sharp with the with the calculation of how the what the proceeds should be. So he's not ready to take any nonsense from anyone. That's very clear from here. And also it shows how sharp his mind works about how the things should be worked, how the things should be managed. And that also reflects on why he has been able to create such a great institution like ISKCON within such a short time. He has also emphasized that you know in the centers the assistants should be created so as to manage the flow of work. Otherwise it will become very difficult for the single person to manage it. Then there was a reflection on the Sanskrit words being mentioned, and he agrees that yes, that can be minimized because everyone does not understand Sanskrit. But then he has said that he used Sanskrit, but then he has given the purport very, very nicely so that everyone can understand what is being said. um, he has said that he has done so many of the books, but the manuscripts haven't flown through, so he has just slowed down on his dictaphone work, which is unbelievable. Like, uh, just imagine that how fast and how quickly he was doing so much of translations, and people just could not even keep up in terms of printing what he was already doing. That's all, Prabhu, from my side.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nicely brought out those bullet points. Thank you so much. Any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is one point here Prabhupada is mentioning. As far as books like Krishna, Nectar of Devotion, and Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, so they will be accepted everywhere, all over the world. So we should keep sufficient stock of them. Okay, so these are sublime books. It is not a, these are sublime. It gives the philosophy. It is not a blind faith. It gives, um, Prabhupada says that religion with philosophy, and then religion without philosophy is a blind faith, and philosophy without religion is a mental speculation. So Krishna consciousness, it is science. So we have got evidences why we are doing. Okay, so this one, all this transcendental science is properly compiled within this Krishna Nectar of Devotion, teachings of like all ISKCON books. Okay, so that is the main thing, and other things are just admin stuff. Okay, so that is my takeaway from this Prabhupada's letter. Okay, so we are at 7 o'clock. We shall move on to uh, Kartika Mas. So this is Damodarashtakam. So today our Damodarashtakam by Dinashrestha Mataji. And the devotees, when you are ready, kindly turn on the videos if you are doing ghee lamp offerings. Okay, so Dinashrestha Mataji, when you are ready, Mataji, kindly start the Damodarashtakam, please. Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम. हरे कृष्ण डिवोटीज दंडवत प्रणाम. हरे कृष्ण. यशोदा दामोदर की जय, राधा दामोदर की जय, कार्तिक माह की जय. नमामि सोरम साचिदानंद रूपम लसत कुंडलम गोकुले व्रजमानम. नमामि सोरम साचिदानंद रूपम लसातकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्. यशोदा वियोलुखालाधवमानम् परामृशम् आत्यन्तद्रुतस्य गोप्या रुदं तं मुहुर्नेत्रं युग्मानमृजन्तम् पराम्भुजं युग्मेन शताङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बं मुहुश्वासकं पत्रीरेखाङ्ककण्ठस्ततग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्ससो लीलावीरानन्दकुण्डे सुघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषितज्ञेषु भक्तैरजिता त्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सातावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देव मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिं वा न चान्यहं वृणे संवरे सादपीह इदन्ते वपुर्नार्थ गोपाल बालम् सदा मे मनस्य विरास्तं किमन्ये इदन्ते मुखाम्भोजम् अत्यन्तनिलैरा वृतन्तं कुन्तलैस्किन्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्वासकं पत्रीरेखाङ्ककण्ठस्थतग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बं रक्ताधरं मे मनश्चै अविरास्तम् अलक्ष्यलावै नमो देव दामोदरानन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदिनं बतानु गृहाणि स माम् अद्य अध्यक्षि अच्छीदृश्य कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्तैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं सुकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्ते स्फूर्तदृप्ति नमस्ते नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फूर्तदृप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयो दयायार्थ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै तोदियाय प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमामि सोरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री श्री यशोदा दामोदर की जय, श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय, श्री श्री कार्तिक मन की जय। थैंक यू।
Very good, very good.
Wow.
Thank you. Would you like to read the translation, Mataji?
I will try, Prabhuji. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of the internal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark shape earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realms of the Gokula, who I due to the offers of the bring due to the offer due to the offense of the bringing the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, each quickly running from the wooden grinding motor in fears of mother Yashoda, but who has been catched from the behind by her, whom ran after him with the great speed to that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar. I offer my humble obeisance. 2. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with the fears and the his eyes are filled with the fears and the necklace of the pearls around his neck, which is the mark with three lines like a conch, is just shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with the rope but with his mother's pure love, I offer my I offer my I offer my humble obeisance. By such a childhood pastime as this, he is the drawing the inhabitants of the Gokul in the pool of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and the opulence that he is only conquered by devotee who pure loves in imbues with the intimacy and is free from all the conception of awe and revenge. This great love and with great love, I again offer my obeisance to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. 4. O Lord, although all those you are able to give all kind of benediction, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of the internal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the nine process of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that his form of yours as a Bal Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the issue to for what is the use to me of any other's boon beside this? 5. O Lord, your lotus face, which is the encircled by the locks of soft black hair stringled with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruits. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of others' benediction are of no use to me. 6. O Supreme Godhead, O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisance unto you, O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showing your glance of mercy upon me. The believe deliver with poor ignorance fool who is immersed in an ocean of wildly sorrow and becomes the visible to my eyes. 7. O Lord Damodar, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narad and made into great devotee by you in your form as a baby tie with the rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only alone for this and have no desire for any kinds of liberation. 8. O Lord Damodar, I first of all my obeisance unto brilliantly influenced rope with the rope which bind your belly. I then offer my obeisance to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisance to you, the Supreme Lord who display unlimited pastime. श्री श्री यशोदा दामोदर की जय, राधा दामोदर की जय, कार्तिक मंथ की जय, जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully sung this Damodarastakam. And thank you for kindly showing glimpse of into Lord Damodara. And Jayaved Mataji, Meena Mataji, Pawan Prabhuji. Very beautiful. Thank you so much. It is so divine in the early morning. It's small endeavor, but great memories we would remember in the future. Thank you so much. That is from Damodarastakam. Okay, we shall move on. So any other comments from the Srila Prabhupada's letter about this? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today is Wednesday evening, we have got Kirtan evening at 8 p.m. Okay, that is our upcoming event. And the devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall move to further japa. Okay, so we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
Sindhuvacha,
Pavinebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo and Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hari
Thank
Bol,
you.
thank you.
Krishna, all devotees. Happy Krishna Consciousness Day. Thank you.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य